idea that we would spend as a faculty a whole year with a group of amazing students, and that we would actually invite them in and let them design the curriculum with us and really share their Vietnamese perspective, not just as students, but as local students who are going to help us transform this liberal arts education into something localized, something that really matters to Vietnam in the future. That was truly exciting to me. I'll share a little bit about something that's been meaningful to me in this co-design year. One of the most memorable experiences I think I will carry forward with me is our module of co-design rhetoric. Was bring a draft of the rhetoric course into a group of 18 co-designers and say, look, the faculty have worked on this. We have a draft of this course, but we think it's missing something. We think having a group of faculty in a room developing this syllabus further is not what's needed. We want to spend a whole month with you guys, having you do your research about the history of rhetoric in Vietnam, Vietnamese rhetoric. How does Chinese rhetoric influence Vietnamese rhetoric, and then how do Western traditions of rhetoric in turn influence that? And then at the end of all of that research, what they did is they proposed to us what they thought should be included in a rhetoric course in Vietnam, and they did a fantastic job. And I hope you have a chance to speak to some of them about that product.
I want one of you to tell me an example of something you learned, not from your teacher, but from one of your colleagues who came from a different background than you.
I learned so much from them. I mean, like, all of them is so amazing. Each of them has different personality, a different way of living. We're living in a residential life, and then it's by that we learn a lot of how we're dealing with problems like, he has like dramatics, like he's learning biology and arts at the same time, and then he combined all of that together and he created arts for himself. That's amazing. Like though she's like the girl with engineering stuff. I mean, like she have like so straightforward mind. She dealing with her stuff like so straight. I mean, like she done. I mean, like I was like, come on, girl, give me space. Lynn, you will never discourage her way of writing. She's like, you won the first prize of National Vietnam English stuff, right? She's some-ish, I don't know. But she's amazing. Like, if she write a paragraph of words and then we work in a team and she write that paragraph and then she send it to me, hey, this is my part of working. I was just like, okay, I have to write the same as her or else my team will die. Oh, that's weird. Or like, there's a lot of, like, she's so advocate for LGBT and West Ham. Oh my gosh, she's amazing, LGBT communities, and she bring all the equalities inside the school. I mean, like, all of them, each of them were different in themselves, and I'm so glad to be with them, and then so glad to learn a lot from them since the beginning of this career.
I don't think that Fulbright will teach you how to have a specific career, to do a specific job. I think what Fulbright is doing with us is to give us the mindset, the skills, the attitude that we can ourselves learn ourselves and can discover the world by our own selves. And like Fulbright is like a brilliant base. From that we can go everywhere in the world.
I'm taking a class that I feel like I really hate it. I don't like that class, and if I am not a co-designer, then I think I'm gonna say to the teacher that I hate this class. But I am a co-designer, so I have to change that class too, so that I feel less hate it or it might be more funnier somehow. That is the role of the co-designer in my experience, in my opinion. Because not only to study it, just try it, but to change it, make the changes, so that the other later generation could be benefit, could not be suffer like me.
The question you asked, what is the responsibility of the co-designers, especially after we graduate? So our faculty always remind me, so when I go on a competition in Hanoi, actually Thầy Hùng tell me that bring the co-design year spirit, bring the Fulbright spirit everywhere you go. So what is this Fulbright spirit? Fulbright spirit is like the spirit where you are eager to learn, you're eager to learn new things, you're open, and you're constructive. So whenever you face a challenge, you don't step down, you don't back away from it, you confront it, and you be collaborative, constructive to make the issue better, to overcome the issue. So I think that is the responsibility of the co-designers to bring that spirit to everywhere you go, either it's educational institution or your workplace or anywhere.
I would suggest a solution to that worry instead of presenting my own worries. Here at Fulbright, I have been blessed with the opportunity to meet with such empowering women within Fulbright and outside Fulbright. And I believe that all my worries had been erased seeing those empowering figures, because if they can do it, and so can I. And so I would say that living Fulbright and going ahead with my journey, my goal would be to present myself as another empowering woman figure, so that the other women, the other girls wouldn't have to think about their worries, because they see me and they know that even though I have all this worry, I overcome them, just as Thượng has said.
I'm currently pursuing a career in the engineering path, and as we all know that the engineering and technology path is very challenging for women, because it's more of a male-dominant field. And women in Vietnam too are a little bit discouraged to follow that path, because it's very hard, it's very challenging, it takes up a lot of our time in our life. And that is just one pressure that we have to deal with. For me, come from such a traditional family, my parents encouraged me to go to a very good university like Fulbright, but they do not encourage me to go further than just than a university, because it's a time for me to get married and get settled down and have children, something like that. And we young women in Vietnam are dealing with a lot of pressure today from both the workforce and from the family itself. But one thing that I noticed is that the society is changing a lot. You know, the employer are opening more opportunities for it. And for Fulbright, we just do not have the barrier between men and women. We encourage both of them to pursue what they want to do. And that's why I love Fulbright, and that's why I bring with me the spirit and the values of Fulbright. And I would bring it with me when I go out and pursue my career later.
I am fascinated with the idea that what you're doing is a first, it's unique. As co-designers, you have the background of your high school preparation, which sounds like it wasn't terribly unique. And so you have to fashion something that you know nothing about, maybe with the help of faculty who have seen some of this.
My simple question is this: did any of you have English as a first language?
First language.
First language. Vietnamese your first language. Man, you're impressive.